So Devil May Cry 4 has multiple playable character campaigns. They got Nero Dante, that's the base one. Virgil and Lady and Trish. We're gonna be playing through normal difficulty Devil Hunter as Lady and Trish. Watch all the cutscenes, that kind of good stuff. There really aren't any. Basically, it just removes all the cutscenes, but I'll try my best to do 100% playthrough with them as well. The way it works is it works just like Nero Dante. You play as Lady for Nero sections and Trish for Dante sections. And while the game is phenomenal, one of the best games ever made in my opinion, the fact that you have to play all the levels twice in one playthrough is kind of annoying. But when you have to play as... So basically you play every level twice in one playthrough. But there's 3 playthroughs. And so you play through all the levels twice in one playthrough, and then you play on Lady and Trish and you play them all again twice. So that's 4 times already. And then when you play as Virgil, you play them again twice. But as Virgil, you don't even get to play as a different character. You just play as Virgil again. So that starts to kind of drag on the additional playthroughs. For Nero and Dante, it's not that bad. But when you do it for all of the playthroughs back to back, that's a little rough. That's like 6 times you play through the same levels, and a lot of them are with the same characters. Yeah, and then of course there's like 7 difficulty modes. So yeah, fun. We're just gonna play on Devil Hunter for Lady Trish. I'm gonna go with her DMC4 costume. Try to keep it canon. You know what I mean?
So just how much do you know about Sparta? The story goes that Sparta served as the feudal lord of the city long ago. The people who live there today take these legends as truth and worship them, just like a god.
They worship a demon as a god?
Peaceful worship can't be condemned. But the real problem is the order. Lately they've been running amok, catching demons, and have even butted in on some of my jobs.
Maybe they're starting a zoo.
Not just demons. They've also been targeting devil arms, like the ones you have.
Okay then, a museum. So what?
Well, what if their intentions are foul, and there's a diabolical plan behind these apparent
Dude, they have the dudes. The scarecrows are already there on the wall. They are not surprised by scarecrows at all. I never noticed that before. I don't think I've ever done a whole playthrough of Lady Trish, actually.
Try not to keep us waiting, Dante.
Yeah.
Because frankly, the characters kind of suck.
Hell yeah, thanks for the support.
Timidus_Big Weebs for 20 months. I'm back, baby. Soko howdy, and what a time to spectate you, the amazing good sir, with some prog DMC.
Yo, dude, thank you for the 20 months of the primer. Appreciate you, dude. Why is this so framey?
Don't be late for the party.
Classic Trish maneuver. Jump really fucking high to escape us.
Yep. This is gonna get ugly.
Lady's so cool. Lady is fucking sick. I agree. Booba. Booba. Yeah, so basically, like, Lady is just Gunslinger, but that's the whole character, and Trish is just Swordmaster, but that's the whole character. Which is cool in concept, but in actual execution is not that fun. Also, very fun thing about Lady Trish's campaign is even if you have tutorials turned off, you cannot turn off the tutorial. It's some bullshit. We rebind gun to trigger. You just have to do the fucking tutorial, even if you played it a million times. I didn't show off the tutorial in the first playthrough though, so that's something. It is quite literally an active tutorial though, as you can see. We won't get the extra tutorial cutscene because we're playing as Lady. Her taunt as she ties her shoe. This bitch said 1-2 buckle my shoe. Ow. So she basically doesn't have swords, but she kind of does. You can hit with the bayonet of Queen Anne, but it is mad slow. Does she really start with full double health? No. Oh, it's your devil trigger and your thing transfer over. That's right. The shotgun is the only thing that you should ever use with this character. Just start blasting. Shotgun is legit insane. New record. I got a B rank. B for booba. Yeah, so the secret missions and the lore pieces don't need to be recollected again. True, but maybe I should. Maybe it'd be fun. Maybe I should like actually start a whole ass new save. What do you think, chat? Should we start over or just play it like that? Yeah, I should start over because look, I have all of my proud souls too. Right. So like there's gonna be no scaling. I mean, also I guess it doesn't matter because Lady just kind of sucks. Like Lady and Trish kind of suck. They're not that fun, so it might be more fun if I have everything unlocked. Do you have all of her weapons at the beginning? Yeah, you never unlock anything. What do you think, chat? This is the intended way? That's true, I guess. To play upgraded. Alright, let's do it, let's do it. So then I'm not gonna do the secret missions and stuff. Okay, I don't actually have enough money to buy everything. Somehow. I don't know how. Somehow, I don't have enough. Coward? I mean... Look at that, bro. Hello? Police? That's not even level 3 charge. This is how you play Lady. Officially, you just blow everything up with the shotgun charge shot. I like don't even know how to play her, to be honest, because this is what you do. Is you just shotgun. How do you do the free fly backwards? You play Lady, actually, real talk, you play her like people think you play DMC2. There we go. Yeah, the forward and backward changes. Choose some time. I really have not played with her very much because she's kind of dookie. I like how she has a rocket for her double jump though. It does actually hit enemies too. Yeah, her double trigger just throws grenades. It does huge damage, but pretty simple. For some reason, she needs Evil Legacy to be able to grapple. Even though she has, bro, you have the grapple. That's on you. Get out of my way. Later, secret mission. The shotgun is just insane. It's just ludicrous. It just insta kills like everything, bro. They say Virgil's OP, for real. I mean, he is, but honestly, probably not as broken as this. You ever accidentally reset in the marathon? I mean, I'm playing the games casually. It's pretty hard to reset when playing a game casually. Just vibing. She doesn't even have. Does she? She doesn't have exceed mechanics, right? Like just charges or anything? No. Just hold the gun button down. She's a pretty simple character. You could do some cool stuff.
Time to go to work.
That's cool. Her taunt's a reference to Jester, actually. I just thought of that. The Jester in DMC3 is her dad. I'm pretty sure that her style meter goes down like way slower too. To account for the charge time. Does that mean she has a taunt where she smacks her ass? Yeah, I just did it. Like 2 seconds ago. I need a rocket launcher like that for daily use purposes. You will never be stuck in traffic again. You good, dude? But yeah, this taunt, at the end of it, it's a long taunt. You smacked your butt.
Time to go to work.
Sure, normal default taunt. But yeah, the shotgun is actually insane. So busted before. So busted. Easy as Frank. You never seen this character before? Is she in the series? In the series, she's dope. Is she in 5? Yeah, she's in 3, 4, and 5. I like how they remove the pretext of the missions. It's just mission 3. Yeah, you can only play as her in 4, but she is in the cutscenes 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, she's a boss in DMC3. People say a lot that they wish there was a DLC for Lady and Trish in DMC5, but I don't know, man. If they don't make her any more interesting than this, then I'd would prefer they didn't. Like, just such a boring character, to be honest. Have I played as Lady in Peak of Combat? Their gameplay is significantly better. No, because I'm not a gambling addict. I don't play gacha games. I mean, bro, I have her figured out. You want to figure out Lady? I'll show you. This is how you figure out Lady. A rank. There's definitely more fun to be had with her outside of that itself, but like that is really the solution of the character. She has DMC5 syndrome, right? Like every enemy can be killed in like 1 or 2 moves and they don't ever fight back. That's how DMC5 feels, no matter who you're playing as. But unfortunately, she's like the only character that feels like that in DMC4, so it stands out way more. Conceptually very cool. I actually like the idea of having a gun kata character where all they do is use guns. But in EXO execution, it's not done super well. Yeah, builds style like super easily and does an insane amount of damage. Like everything that she does. I mean, it's not that much different on DMD. I don't know. I like that you have the options. Some people just like blast it. Nothing wrong with the easy mode character if it's optional. But the problem is in DMC5, there is no option. You have to play as easy mode characters because the whole game is easy mode. Also, I don't know. The core appeal of Devil May Cry is building mastery over the combat mechanics. That's why the ranking system is so important to it. You don't have to build mastery over shit with this character. You know what I mean? So it kind of is missing the appeal. And then as more and more people come into the franchise and they play stuff like this, and then they are like, man, this is so much more fun than playing as Dante or Nero because those are hard and I have to actually learn things, then they lower the skill floor and also lower the skill ceiling. And so you end up with games like DMC5 where like it's super easy to get a triple S rank and the enemies never fight you back, and like all of the high level tech is completely removed in favor of making everything super easy. Like jump canceling is cool, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make it so that you can jump cancel somebody from across the fucking planet. And we're gonna make it so that the game takes place on the moon, so you can never touch the ground. So even your fucking cousin that's never played a video game before can make his gameplay look like dongery. You know? And it just kind of like ruins the spirit of it, in my opinion. Like, it's alright that they make the games like that now, but like the thing that made it cool to get S ranks, the thing that made it cool to like no damage emission, the thing that made it cool to pull off a stylish combo is that it was hard. Like, it not being hard anymore makes it not cool. The analogy I always come to is like, imagine they come out with Skateboarding 2, and Skateboarding 2, like the equivalent of doing a kickflip, like doing a kickflip in Skateboarding 2 is as easy as doing a push-up. It's like you would inflate the amount of people that could do a kickflip by several billion, probably. And then doing a kickflip wouldn't be cool anymore. You know? Because like part of the appeal of it is that it's hard. Unironically out here acting like fucking the dude from The Incredibles. Everyone's super, no one is. The strategy worked really well for DMC5. Yeah, I mean, to make it sell copies, but it's not the same thing as making a good game. You know? I'm really glad that we decided to play with all of our upgrades, because man, it'd be really, really limiting without. Your very first playthrough of DMC5, you S-ranked almost every mission, but in 3 you barely S-ranked like 4. I'm pretty sure that it's impossible to not S-rank a mission in DMC5. I don't think I've ever seen it happen. If you beat the mission, you S-rank. They even removed the timer entirely from grading missions, like mission rank. Like the amount of time it takes is not a factor at all anymore. There's a holy water up there, but I already got it, I guess. DMC has a time factor, and for DMC5 they took it out. So, well, okay, that's a couple things. If you capitalize it, like uppercase D, lowercase m, uppercase C, that means specifically the 2013 reboot, which is not the same series as DMC 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then, yeah, the mission ranking system factors in how long it took you to beat the mission in all of the games except for 5. And 5 is like not even a factor, it does not matter. You could take like 12 years to beat the mission and it's fine. There's no in-game timer at all. Saw. What's up, Beth? How you doing? Yeah, you have all S ranks in DMC5 now, but I think your first playthrough you only missed like 1 or 2. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That should not be possible. That is actually wild. And not even because like I don't think people should get the S ranks. Like I don't want the S ranks to be more rare per se. It's just that it's not rewarding, right? Like it doesn't feel good to get an S rank if it's easy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, oh well, I get all the S ranks and so I want to have like the ego status of getting all the S ranks while other people don't. It's more so like if I get the S ranks on my first playthrough, then like I can't, you know, grind to get them and be satisfied with getting them later, right? Yeah, it's like he didn't earn anything, bro. Just beat the mission. That's it. Hit the gyro. Did bro just miss? I just presume that DMC5 is like, you know what time is, but we mentioned it before. 5 is some people's first. Well, no, like they're literally like it does not measure time. Like it does not matter how long you take. It does not affect your rank. We'll do a Dante tutorial. I'm trying to learn Dante, but I'm so bad. Dante's hard, man. I'll probably make one at some point, but I wouldn't hold your breath it'll happen anytime soon. It's on the list of stuff to do, though. Yeah, it's like just death counter and style points. That's it. Everything else, like nothing else matters for your rank in DMC5. Might be controversial, but I hate when a game rates me on time unless it's a different game mode that's speed focused. Okay, but then just get a bad rank. That's fine. Like if you are trying, you shouldn't be trying to get good ranks in your first playthrough. If you're trying to get good ranks in your first playthrough, you're just kind of playing the game wrong, to be honest. Like, the ranking system is there to incentivize you to play better, but it's definitely not expecting you to get an S rank on your first playthrough. It's there so that you can go and revisit the game and try to build mastery over the mechanics through like iterative playing. And so, like, it's not like, oh, well, you need to go fast in your first mission, like the first time playing the mission. If you have that mentality, that's like totally a you thing, because the game is not, the game does not indicate that really in any way, except for that you get a worse rank. But I don't know, it's like expecting someone to full clear a shmup on their first attempt. It's like I don't think any shmup is gonna do that, you know? Like, sure you get bonuses for playing better, but it's not required by any means. Like, you still beat the game perfectly fine. Yeah, the game already had too many characters, but it's easier to add in some characters that have, you know, some pre-established ideas of what movesets would be than to completely redo the level design of the second half of the game. God, I wish they had done that instead, though. It's so much better, to be honest. It's just easier. That's like really the only reason they did it that way. And you were locked into that, huh? See what you're saying, but being timed in a game that has secrets and rewards exploration is kind of counterintuitive. Well, the rewards for the secrets and the exploration is something that it benefits you explicitly on your first playthrough, whereas the ranking system doesn't, right? Like when you discover a secret mission or a blue orb fragment, how does that benefit you? It increases your maximum HP, right? But like increasing your maximum HP is something that only matters in your first playthrough, especially because like you don't get a bonus at all for doing those exploration things on subsequent playthroughs. So if you know, like you shouldn't be doing that exploration when trying to get a better rank, because your reward for doing exploration is increasing your maximum HP. And if you're at the stage of the game where you're trying to get a better rank, then you shouldn't need more HP, because you should have it all already. You've already done an exploration. Better times gets you more currency. I mean, yeah, but so does not taking damage. But do you decide to like min-max not getting damage the whole time while playing? Like on your first playthrough? That's silly. You only get incentivized to do exploration and secret missions and stuff on your first playthrough. After that is actively disincentivized because the ranking system punishes you on time. If you're playing the game for the first time, you should not care about ranks, otherwise you're playing the game wrong. Because the objective is just to beat the game. Like, to try to build mastery in a way that like you can get the best ranks in the game on your first playthrough is just to be like overanalyzing it and not really experiencing it, I feel like. Like, you know nothing about the game. You don't have access to all your moves yet. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know where you're going. How could you possibly be getting an S rank in the game? And like, maybe that's DMC5's fault. Maybe you play DMC5 first and you can get an S rank on every mission on the first playthrough because it's so fucking easy. But that's not how it's supposed to be, so. You like playing these games multiple times, but I don't think most people do that. I think putting a time rank on levels might give people the impression that they have to finish levels fast, which is counterintuitive to the exploration aspect. Okay, but if you're not playing the game multiple times, you're just playing it wrong. That's like not the game's fault, you know? Most people that buy games never even open them. Like 70% of sales of a game never even get opened. So like if you're gonna go by the logic of like, well, you should design the game for like the most amount of people that buy it. It's like, well then, you know, don't even have a game because they don't even play it. So like, sure, most people don't do more than one playthrough, but most people don't even play the game. So if you're putting in systems in your game, like a ranking system and whatnot, then like you're building those systems for people that are going to play it a lot, much more than one time. You know what I mean? So like if you're missing systems because, or systems are like, you know, not benefiting you explicitly, or you're missing a part of the gameplay experience because you're only playing it one time, then it's like, then that's your fault for only playing the game one time. You know what I mean? Like the game isn't built for the person to play it one time. You could definitely still enjoy the game only playing it one time, but there's going to be some negative aspects of that. Like for most people, you're not going to be able to buy every single move in one playthrough because it takes more proud souls than that, right? But like the game systems are built in a way that incentivizes you to play it multiple times. So punishing you for not getting a good enough time on your first playthrough gives you a reason to be like, oh man, if I want to not get punished for that, I better play it more than once. The ranking system punishing you for stuff that you really couldn't be expected to compete on your first attempt is what pushes people to play it more than once. Right? Like you play through the game and the game is like, haha, you suck at this game because you went too slow. So a lot of people will be like, well, I want to prove to the game that I don't suck and I could go faster if I only knew what I was doing. And then they play through the game multiple times when they wouldn't have done that before. That's how a lot of people's experience with DMC1 is, right? Like they're just playing the game trying to survive through it, and then they get to the end of the mission and it's like you get a C rank. And they're like, oh man, like I wish I could have done better, you know? And that's how you incentivize multiple playthroughs. Well, in DMC5, their time isn't a factor at all, so it doesn't matter. It's just style. That's pretty much it. Style, and if you die, damage taken. And also the time requirement is like super linear, or lenient, sorry, not linear. The time requirement is super lenient on pretty much every mission, and every mission of every Devil May Cry game is like super lenient. How would you teach people the intended way to play without explaining to them all the things we just discussed? I genuinely ask, how could you convey to the player that they shouldn't care about their time in their first playthrough? Because you just punish them for it no matter how well they do. Like in your first playthrough, it's really, really hard to get an S rank on time because you don't know what you're doing. And so most people, when they get punished for something that they couldn't possibly change, they assume that they're doing something wrong. And so like the thing that you're doing wrong there is caring about it at all. And like punishing the player for not doing something makes them want to do better at it. And so the only way that you could do better at the mission that you just beat is to play it again. Right? Yeah, and you also like don't know where you're going, so it feels way less fair to get graded on time because it is less fair. So it's like, okay, well, if it's as unfair and you're supposed to be able to get a good rank, then how do you do that? Well, you play it again, right? Later, Shadows. Drive safe, dude. Appreciate you. Oh, I'm having fun. I'm still having fun. Ladies not as bad as I thought. If you like really try to use the pistols, I feel like, then it becomes more fun. Also, I'm missing some moves, man, because they're so expensive now. Like, I kind of wanted to use this move. Yo, sad believer. Thanks for the congrats, man. Appreciate you. Interesting perspective. It's kind of like the Dark Souls philosophy for difficulty. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's just like That's just how it has to go, unless you're not going to rank people on their first playthrough at all. But a huge component of this game's appeal is that there's a ranking system, you know? And like, a ranking system demands mastery, otherwise the ranking system doesn't mean anything. Which is what a big problem I have with DMC5, right? Like, it's way too easy to get good ranks in DMC5, so the ranking system doesn't mean anything. You do like 2 moves and you instantly have a triple S, you know? Like, it just doesn't fucking matter. And that will keep some people entertained for like a playthrough or two. It literally is the video game equivalent of dangling keys in front of them. Just like jingling keys. But if the appeal of the game is to be able to build mastery over it and to play it many times, if you're just jingling keys in front of the player, they're gonna get bored like way faster. Ranking systems come from an era of gaming where it was kind of expected that you would play that game for long periods of time, like way more than one playthrough, because there were less games that were high quality and just like less normalized to spend a lot of money on games. So there weren't that many releases every year, and even when there were, like, most people didn't have access to like PCs, so you had like one console usually, and games were designed to be replayed like over and over again is more of a normal expectation. Please get this orb. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's to show off. Like, DMC1 is directly inspired by arcade cabinets. And it's because, like, you get a public record and leaderboard and the ability to show off. And so that's quite literally where the leaderboard is derived from. Or, like, the ranking system. Like, it's explicitly said as so from the people that made the first Devil May Cry game. Hey, fun. Hey, dude. Well, okay, Rob, I think what it is it's not that people are less patient. It's just that people don't care about building skill and things. Like, I think for a long time, hobbies... Like, it's interesting to think about. I think for a long time, hobbies used to be things that you got better at. Like, the whole point of a hobby was like, oh, it's this thing that I like to do where I get better at it. Like, oh, what's your hobby? Oh, I like make knives, or like I ride horses or something, or I play a sport, right? And the appeal of doing something like that, that's a sophisticated hobby like that, is that it gets, you know, like, you can build mastery over it, you get better at it, and getting better out of it is what makes it satisfying, right? Like, you learn how to ride the horse better, or you learn how to pick up weights better, you know, you get stronger. Or like a hobby of yours maybe that you paint, and like the satisfaction from painting comes from like creating a product and having to do some artistic expression and getting better at painting. But I think nowadays a lot of people's hobbies are just completely replaced with entertainment. And entertainment is basically just an activity that you do for pleasure that doesn't require you to like build any skills, right? It's just a hobby, but you remove the skill building part of it. And I think for most people, playing games is entertainment, not a hobby. If that makes sense, right? Like, they're not playing games to like get better at them. It's not really a hobby. Like, they're playing games for just raw entertainment. And so yeah, like when you're just going for entertainment, you just play the game through once. You want like the experience, whatever that is, you know? Yeah, I would say like if you're, you know, achievement hunting or like looking for trophies and stuff and you're like pushing things, it depends on what your perspective is. It's definitely closer to a hobby in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with playing games for entertainment, by the way. It's not a value judgment. It's just a different way of interacting with them. But I think back in the day, it's like you were forced to interact with games as a hobby explicitly because there just wasn't as many of them. So even if you wanted to just like experience them raw per se, there was just less to do. So it was hard to do that. But yeah, when it comes to like achievement hunting and stuff, I think it really depends. Some people achievement hunt for the love of just like getting to explore new things in their games. And other people achievement hunt because they like number go up and they don't actually really enjoy it very much. It's just kind of like a thing to do. It really just depends on how you enjoy it, I think. Come out of the wall, sir, please. Like I said, though, there's nothing wrong with just playing the games for pure entertainment. They are normally entertainment products. Like most games are meant to just be enjoyed once and to not really build any expression of skill or anything like that, and then you just move on. But, you know, some games aren't. I would definitely say that Devil May Cry is, you know, more of the latter in most iterations. It's kind of shifted over time, but well, I mean, it's just different appeals, right? Like getting good and building mastery over something is completely different appeal than enjoying entertainment, right? So I mean, it makes sense. And there's just more people that like want entertainment than people that want to like have a video game as like a hobby where you're getting better at something. So like, it just depends, right? There's going to be a bigger audience for that. But it's really like, it's going to be personal preference. And I think most people prefer games as just raw entertainment, which is fine. I want to put it out there. I'm not being an elitist. It's okay. It's just a different way to enjoy it. But Devil May Cry, even if DMC5 is a raw entertainment game, like originally was not that way. Definitely the first 3 DMC games are like supposed to be something to use as a pseudo hobby, right? And then at 4, I think it gets blended a little bit. And then 5, I think it goes... It's still blended, of course, because it has the bones of classic Devil May Cry, but like the fact that it has a ranking system at all, for example. But I think there's a weird shift that happens where... like the appeal of Devil May Cry then is ostensibly like being able to use it as a hobby, and the satisfaction of doing stuff like getting S ranks and building a high style meter and like showing off in the game is something that comes from it being built as a hobby. But then if you're trying to translate that experience into an entertainment experience where you don't have to put in a lot of effort for that, then you end up kind of removing the hobby element from it entirely, because then you have to lower the bar to that experience, right? That's exactly what they do in DMC5. Which is why I'm not a huge fan of it, personally. Please give me Proud Souls. I need like 3 more missions. No, I didn't make those ones. Sad. Bro was ready. Literally standing in the exact right spot to fuck me there. Oh my god, he's him. Yeah, I mean, it's a spectrum, right? So like some people are going to be all in on using it as an experience, and some people are going to be all in on using it as like pure hobby, right? And then there's going to be people that are like in the middle, right? They like to build some experience from it, but it's not like the core appeal. Or maybe it is the core appeal, but they really like when a game has a lot of things to experience on top of it. So I don't know exactly how it works. I think it's if you hit it with Kalina Ann, then it always lands on top. Kind of like hitting it with the sword arrow. I think that's correct. No, but it's fundamental to the experience for the ranking system to affect your normal gameplay. Like that's the appeal. You're saying like, oh, like put it away on like a leaderboard or something so that people can like compete and compare, but like the core appeal of Devil May Cry is doing things that look and feel stylish. And so like the core gameplay systems are built in a way to incentivize you to do that, because that's the whole point of the game. Like if you don't like being timed, then you just don't like Devil May Cry, basically. That is the appeal, you know? It's okay to not like it, but that is like the whole thing. That's the point, is to do things stylishly, you know? It is core to the game's design philosophy. It's also okay to not like it, you know? Like for some reason people have like this weird feeling of like FOMO, like if they like don't like something, then they feel weird about it. But it is in fact actually okay to just not like it. Or even just not like certain elements of it. Like, that's fine. Do you use Lady's Grapple here? It'll parry the swords into the window. I kind of forgot about that. It's like Nero's Buster Arm. To me, that's like the equivalent of being like, man, I really would enjoy basketball if it wasn't for the fact that you had to hit the ball into the hoop, you know? Like, maybe we could use our feet, then basketball would be so much more fun. But then being like attached to wanting to enjoy basketball, you know? It's like, if you don't like the fact that you put a ball into a hoop in basketball, then I hate to break it to you, that's just basketball. Like, you're just not gonna like it. You know? And I'm not saying that you feel that way, GXC, but like that's just like a philosophy that people have in general. Is this the goofiest boss in DMC? The window? Yeah, I think so. For sure. It's not close. I mean, they often do. Ninja Gaiden has a leaderboard and stuff. The Resident Evil games have leaderboards and whatnot. The problem with online leaderboards is that if you want the leaderboard to mean anything at all, you have to have a really robust anti-cheat. Because all of those leaderboards are full of cheaters. And that's just like not worth it for a single player game. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the timer in Bloody Palace in this game. So there's a timer in Bloody Palace, right? I'm not a huge fan of that one, but I don't mind it in missions, because I feel like in missions, part of the goal is to complete the mission, not just to kill the enemies. And so Bloody Palace is mostly used just as an excuse to kill enemies. And so if you're trying to experiment with like being stylish and kill enemies in a fun and interesting way, like you probably would be if you're playing Bloody Palace, getting punished for not doing it quickly does feel shitty. I agree with that. But I think that's different than like the mission structure. The mission structure having time as a requirement makes sense to me because it's about like knowing where to go and not doing things that are extra. But honestly, the time requirement itself comes from Devil May Cry 1 primarily. And Devil May Cry 1's design philosophy is much more focused on efficiency than style per se. And so in that context, I mean, the missions being more about efficiency because you're on a mission to complete the goal, which is the campaign, makes more sense. Because like there's a narratively contextual reason to be doing it that way.
Never Walker Alone Big Weebs for 47 months. 47 months. That's 1 month for every month I've been subbed.
Holy shit, Never Walk Alone. Think of this, tier 3 for 47 months. That is 7 months. That's a month for every month you've been subbed, dude. That's crazy. That is a crazy stat, actually. But I think that really boils down to DMC5, like becoming a combo fodder game and not being so much about the mission, right? So it's like, yeah, maybe it's harder to reach the time requirement in DMC5, or like it would have been harder to reach a time requirement in DMC5 because people are going to spend most of their time like comboing enemies and not playing efficiently because that game is way more designed around, you know, just be like enemies being combo fodder and just LARPing as a dongery video, you know? But I mean, I also just think that's a bad design decision in general, so. And really the only problem with DMC4's Bloody Palace timer is that it's just too tight. Like, even if you're good at the game, it can become hard on some of the floors where they're like really long. You're fighting like a fuck ton of enemies in a row. It can be really punishing. But you are rewarded. If you do take no damage on a floor, you get like way more time. So. Yeah, but if you're sitting there deciding that you're gonna like just use the enemies as combo fodder and never actually like focus on completing the mission, then like you're just playing the game wrong, you know? Like DMC only became that combo fodder, like Twitter clip farming simulator franchise way after DMC4 came out. Like that became a thing because of Twitter culture out, like way after DMC4 was released, you know? Like the games were never designed with that in mind until DMC5. And the only reason DMC5 is designed like that is because there was fucking 11 years between DMC4 and DMC5. And so the only people playing the game still were, you know, Twitter combo farmers, which I love that style of gameplay, by the way. But what makes that style of gameplay cool and possible in the context of the game itself is that like, it's not designed to be that way. It's flashy because it's difficult. Like the fact that the game isn't designed to be played at that level of proficiency makes the stuff that you're doing very flashy and cool. But then, you know, everyone thinks that the appeal of Devil May Cry is to be able to look like dongery while you're playing. But I hate to break it to you, only dongery can look like dongery while he's playing. You know what I mean? Because the fact that it looks like that is indicative of his playstyle. That, you know, that causes a problem for new players if they come into the series and they think like, oh, that's what the gameplay is going to look or feel like. Because it's just not what it's going to look or feel like. Unless you know, redesign the entire game structure from the ground up to make it look and feel like that, which is what they did in DMC5. Dongery is like the most famous Devil May Cry player. He makes combo videos. But like, a lot of this discussion comes from the fact that most people's first Devil May Cry game is 5, and 5 has a very different design philosophy than the rest of the games because of the reasons we just talked about, right? So people go into the other games playing them with the expectation that they're going to play like 5, and then they're like confused, and certain mechanics aren't conducive to that, right? Which, like, it's okay to want to play the game that way, but like that's not really what the way the game is designed to be played. And so you're gonna come across problems. Like the game design is not going to support that 100%. Yeah, I mean, at the time it was mostly YouTube, but Twitter was still used as well. Just semantics. Thank you so much for never walking alone. Appreciate you, dude. That's crazy. Huge support. Again, though, it's not like wrong. It's just preference, right? But if you, in my experience, the way that you should engage with a piece of art is you should try to figure out what the art's trying to do and then try to enjoy it for what it's doing. And like, you might not be able to do that and you're gonna have preferences, right? Like I prefer the way that DMC3 and 4 play to 5 and the way that the combat design is incentivized, like we've been talking about. But that doesn't make 5 bad for doing it differently. It's just doing a different thing. But I also have preference, right? Like I prefer this. I don't know. But it would be in bad faith to play DMC5 and like want it to have this sort of mission structure and then be like it's bad because it doesn't do that. You know? Which in full transparency, that's basically what I did when I played it for the first time. But that was a long time ago. I was a child. I have a much more mature perspective now, I feel. I'd like to think, at least. Like, that was 2019, bro. I was like 19. What's up, Sellers? How you doing, dude? Does 5 have mods that make it closer to 3 and 4? None that like adjust the ranking system, but what's like physics and combat orientation? Yeah, for sure. At least none that I know of for the ranking system. That'd be cool if there was. 2019 was yesterday? What do you mean? Bro, if only. Waifu, knowing Capcom is trying to focus on DMC, Mega Man, etc., what do you think their next move is? Especially considering massive new fan base, it's been a massive 5. I am a remake is what's coming? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just holding my breath that they don't do fucking anything because I don't like the current direction that those games went. Like we were just talking about how I'm not partial to DMC5, right? So I'd rather that they just don't make another one and then I don't have to play it. That's my take. That's not the take that anyone wants to hear, but that is my take. Because like, of course it's totally fine for people to make whatever they want. And like, I know a lot of people would be happy if they made DMC6 and it would play just like DMC5, for example. But I wouldn't like that. And as someone who's it's their job to play the games ostensibly, that's gonna make my life a lot worse. Because I have two options. I either decide to play it anyways, even though I don't like it, and then suffer, or I like openly dislike it, and then people openly dislike me and get confused. There really is no good choice, right? So my preference is that they just don't make a new one at all. Then I don't have to worry about that problem. I mean, we've just been talking about it for like the last 45 minutes, Midnight Order. But if you want, so if you guys are enjoying this conversation about DMC5 and stuff, and why I'm not a big fan of it, I actually just yesterday released a podcast episode on the Patreon that talks about that for like an hour and a half. So if you're a Patreon member at the $5 tier or higher, then you'll have access to that podcast. I know that Benji just did yesterday. I upload a podcast there every Monday, talking about different stuff, like what we're talking about now, and other stuff like that. Like I did an episode on my journey with getting Halo Reach World Record and that kind of stuff. But if you want to know, like explicitly, like right now, you don't want to watch the podcast, like we literally just talked about it for like 30 minutes. You can go back in the VOD. I think the Twitch VOD might be private, but the YouTube VOD's up, I think. Yeah. I don't know, Never Walk Alone. You're a pretty low level Patreon member. I don't know if you'll have access to the podcast. I think it's probably true that a remake is most likely, but I really fucking hope not, because I know I won't like it. I'm sure most people will, but I know I won't. I keep trying to switch weapons, or switch lock-on targets with X, because that's what I have it bound for Nero.
Time for a little nature.
That's not how it works, this lady, bro. Hope they stop with the remake shit. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Cause at least with sequels, right? Like, if you don't like a sequel, people are way more willing to understand that. But if you don't like a remake, bro, people lose their minds. Like, actually, bro. Cause, you know, people have watched Star Wars, you know, they've been like, oh, the prequels? Yeah, I'm not a fan, you know? But you say that you know, you don't like, I don't know, RE2 remake, but you like the original, people go crazy. I hope they do a remake of DMC4 actually, but instead of remaking it, they literally just finish the game. Like, go back to MT Framework. Don't redo anything. Just literally boot up the fucking source code from DMC4 and then just delete the second half of the game and try again. If they did that, best game of all time. Even dethroning DMC3, actually. IMO RE for remake was pointless. They could have just done a remaster, but then they couldn't sell 60 bajillion copies. It was not pointless. It made money. That was the point. People gotta stop pretending that developers or publishers care at all about artistic integrity and are not literally just in it for the money. Because that is some crazy thought process to have. That is so out of touch with reality. Oh, that missed. Does this work? It does. I was curious about that. Could totally knock her back with the shotgun. Witness the power, huh? Saw! I'll probably play until I switch to Trish, and then I'll stop for the day. I think that'll be the idea. And then tomorrow we'll jump on and do Trish, and then Virgil, maybe? I don't know if we'll get through all of Virgil. 30,000. Bro, like, these last moves are ridiculous. Why are they so expensive? Does anyone know what the rest of DMC4 was supposed to be? I have no idea. I don't know if there's like actual plans for that or not. Or if they just like, I think they just straight up didn't finish. Like they just ran out of time entirely. Because they were given the same budget for DMC4 that they were DMC3. But DMC3 was an end of console generation game where they already knew how to dev for the console. And DMC4 was like a launch title basically for one of the most notoriously hard to develop for consoles of all time. So the budget is not equal. Like it's the same amount of money, but a much harder dev scenario. Yoink. On God, I kind of forgot where I'm going. This ain't right. It's this way. I could do this. Yeah, that one's for Trish, I know. The problem is if they decide to make anything new Devil May Cry related, or they decide to remake anything, they're most certainly going to take design principles from 5 and put those in whatever they make, because 5 is easily the most high selling Devil May Cry and also the one that most people have played. So if people play Devil May Cry 5 and then like a DMC1 remake or something comes out, they're really highly likely to have an expectation of how the game is going to play, and if it doesn't play like that, they're going to be upset, and their expectation is it's going to play like DMC5, and so that means it's really likely that if they do a remake of some sort, that it's going to be heavily influenced mechanically by DMC5, and as someone who doesn't like DMC5, that's kind of a nightmare. I mean, on top of that though, you also have the fact that like Devil May Cry 1, for instance, is nothing like DMC5. They're completely different games from a design philosophy perspective. So it wouldn't really be a remake of DMC1 if it plays like DMC5, right? It's a completely different genre of game, basically. I think DMC5's combat system would work with DMC1's atmosphere. I don't think DMC5's combat system works with DMC5's atmosphere. Hey, Greedo. Hold on, I got to tie my shoe. Ah, too late. Does her DT actually do damage to anything? I know her fucking shotgun sure shit does. Maybe there's hope if Camille works on it. He did say he'd be interested, but it's going to be a long way. Okay, but you do realize that Camille is dog shit at making video games, right? Like, you think that Camille would make a Devil May Cry 1 remake and not make it play like Bayonetta? He wouldn't, like, double the amount of hairier shoot-'em-up sections and add a bunch of walk and talk where the dialogue is, like, completely incomprehensible? You don't think he would just like add QTEs to the game wholesale? Bro's game design philosophy is hot dog shit, and the only reason DMC1 is any good is because he didn't have complete control over it. Because the higher ups were like monitoring it. Every single time Bayonetta came out, it was worse. And like, it wasn't even that good the first time. Is Camilla the Platinum Games guy? Not anymore, but yeah. But I mean, that's all Camilla. The dude loves arcade games, so. He works for Capcom now. Again, it's been a while. But Platinum Games was his studio. Yeah, but I mean, it playing like DMC5 isn't the only problem, you know? Like, there are other problems. It could also play like Bayonetta. Well, Camilla didn't work on Ninja Gaiden 4, right? Pretty sure. So. Nice balls, bro. What's up, Taco-O? Peak name? Taco-O? Absolute peak name. god, the shotgun is fucking busted. Remember when Itsuna was like, no, I can't make a DMC6 because I'm too busy making Dragon's Dogma 2, and then it came out and 2 people played it? Good times. Dragon's Dogma 2 sold 4.1 million copies. In Capcom eyes, you think that's a success? I don't know, dude. If 2013 to 2017 has anything to indicate, like if a Capcom game doesn't sell at least 10 bajillion copies, then it needs to be westernized, right? Because it can't compete with Call of Duty. $4 million, not that many. Unless it's Monster Hunter or Resident Evil, except for not though, because even if it is Monster Hunter or Resident Evil, they do the same shit. That's why RE6 is the way it is. That's actually the whole problem. It really is just ass upside down. But ass looks good from every perspective. Can I do it? Oh, no. I'm a little short. Fuck. I don't think Capcom expects Pragmata to sell 10+ million copies. Unless it does, it will never get a sequel. Maybe they've learned from their ways, but back in the day, bro. Back in the day, they're like, man, RE5 didn't sell well enough, even though it sold 17 bajillion copies. Like, we need to up the scale and make it even more action-oriented. Devil May Cry 4 only sold like 600 bajillion copies. Not enough. We're gonna give it to Ninja Theory and have them make it more Western. Because obviously the problem is that Dante is too Japanese. The West just obviously doesn't like Eastern media, guys. There's nothing we can do. Capcom is the best at making the wrong taking the wrong lessons from their successes. Yeah, exactly. For real. It's actually crazy, like how bad they are with that, especially in that era. slow-mo. Oh, I fucking missed. I had the ball and I missed. They passed me the rock and it was over. Final quarter of the game. 45 seconds left. Yeah, I don't know who was in charge at Capcom at the time, but they had this philosophy of like, our niche title games like Devil May Cry and Resident Evil are only successful if they can compete with fucking Call of Duty. If Devil May Cry 4 doesn't sell as much as the most recent Call of Duty title, then it's a financial failure and we should like start over from scratch. Bro has no idea what a market cap is. Literally none. You know, my girlfriend's in college for economics stuff, like economics major. And so she has to take some finance classes, and I'm convinced that finance bros ruin everything. Like, every single teacher that she's had that's an asshole is a finance teacher. And the finance classes are basically like, yeah, so we could make more money except for there's all these laws that are in the way. But in theory, you know, it would be great if like slavery was allowed so that we just could drive down the price of labor indefinitely. And like every single finance teacher that she's had has been like this maniacal mustache twirling villain. It's crazy. All the economics major people are super cool. But the finance bros are just straight evil people. And they're always like such assholes. Not only like in the actual like literature, but like in the class itself. Those are the people that are like, tell her to her face that she doesn't have a disability because type 1 diabetes doesn't count. Shit like that. Actually fucking wild. The contrast between our classes is like, the economics people are like, well, we can't just let everything run rampant because if that happens, then, you know, there will be like slavery and stuff, and that's bad. And then the finance people are like, slavery is good for profit. It's kind of fucking crazy. And like, that whole situation at Capcom gives me crazy finance bro energy. Oh, I went the wrong way. Like, none of the social consequences matter at all, just the bottom dollar is all that matters. Infinite profit at any cost, right? Like, I don't care that this game made way more than its budget. It didn't make infinite money, so therefore we did something wrong. Start over. But yeah, big finance bro energy at the top at Capcom at that time. What's up, Attis? Hey, dude. I'm not Unk, man. I'm young and hip with the kids. Surely. Bro, the fact that you can't cancel that, so brutal. I'm trying to do things besides just shoot the shotgun, but the game's making it hard. Guys ready for the Dante fight? Can you guess what we'll do here? Out, it gets stingered. How'd you know? Gotta put Dante in the corner real fast. Hold on. Smoking sexy style. DMC5 moment. Repeat one move. S rank. Double S rank. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. I don't have a counter for this like I do in with Nero. Oh. I'll try to blast him. S rank. Hoggers. Can I finally buy something, bro? $50K for the last one. Good lord. Yeah, someone in chat the other day, I think it was Palaver, asked me like, man, I can't beat Bloody Palace with Lady. What do I do? It's like, bro, literally just spam charge shot 3 with the shotgun. That is quite literally all you have to do with this character to do anything. The game will even give you an S rank for it. Do I real fancy use the DT as iframes, the dodge. Let's try to blast him. Triple S rank, by the way. Get me out of here. I need to play as Trish. Trish is a little bit more fun. It's kind of sad. They removed this puzzle. The puzzle is that you have to get an enemy like on here with you. But like, you totally could do that with Lady, with her moveset that already exists. It's kind of sad that they removed the puzzle for that. Yeah, thanks for listening, Jim and Benji. Appreciate you. Thank you everyone for listening and hanging out. It's been fun to play these games casually. It's been a really long time, so I do appreciate it, hanging out with me. I don't think I've literally ever done an entire Lady Trish playthrough. I got too bored and didn't finish it. Oh, I want the orbs. Oh, my inertia, dude. Good lord. Do you see that? Holy shit, I didn't realize how fast you go with the rocket jump. Like, the guns don't stun. Yeah, new move for this. People have asked me to do Lady Trish speedruns, which I definitely will at some point, but if you're curious of a sneak peek, this is kind of what it looks like. You just round shotgun, jump shotgun. Round shotgun, jump shotgun, over and over again. What's up, Marlo? That was sick. You shotgun jump cancel? Yeah, it's just hard. Nobody puts the Pope in the corner. Except for me. I've always wanted to shoot the Pope in the face with a shotgun 78 times. DMC4 really making dreams come true. Good for the savior, bro. They're coming all the time. More than most people's wives. Man, that's a pretty sick screenshot there, though. Yo, S rank poggers. All right, Trish time. I'm gonna call it here for today, though. We will finish Trish and start Virgil tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, so we're in the middle of our Lady Trish playthrough. Let's continue with that. We just got to playing as Trish. We're about halfway through the game. Time to buy some stuff. So you still like 5 better than most games, even though you like it much less than DMC games, than other DMC games? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, I think objectively it's made well, but I just don't like it. I've like never played as Trish, so this will be interesting. I think I'll like Trish more than Lady, though. Bro, I can't afford everything. Buh, why is this shit so expensive? All right, what do I gotta get rid of? We'll get rid of the level 2 of that one. Trish's spin to win, yeah, for real. Smash Melee the character. Yeah, we said earlier that Lady was basically Gunslinger the character, but I think that Trish is Swordmaster the character. I really like how Trish uses Sparta's weapons, though. She literally uses Sparta and then also his guns, right? So she literally has 2 melee buttons. Like B is used for Sparta. Then she does Y is used for the punches. Seems like her style meter is less forgiving than Lady's. Thanks, Marisama. How'd you like it, man? Waifu, who'd you rather fight, Lady or Trish? Definitely fucking Lady, right? She's just a human. I could take her. She's like 5'4". She's like Trish is just Dante. Nah, she's got like nowhere near as much depth. For Trish, it's like, so the B button does Sparta moves. And she's really heavy on crowd control. Because honestly, this character is primarily designed for Legendary Dark Knight mode. It feels like. Which is the mode where there's like a bajillion enemies. I think we're gonna play the Virgil playthrough on Legendary Dark Knight. My favorite thing about her is like this dive kick leaves this electric path and it does damage over time. I think it's really cool. Pandora can't. It uses DT, right? How do I... Got the Trish already? Yes, sir. How do I do Pandora Cannon? Oh, it is back to forward. Yeah, use a double trigger though.
May the savior be with you. As if.
The electric stuff affect Blitz at all? I have no idea. I've pretty much never played this character before. Yeah, Trish is a demon created by Mundus, and she's designed to look like Dante's bomb. Oh! Nah, I never played her in DMC2. Someone was asking me to, but I legit don't even know how. Maybe one day. And 2, she just kind of has Dante's moveset, right? Like from DMC1. So she has an infinite climb. You can climb forever with her really, really easily. It's just kind of slow. You do this move, and then rockets. And then you just can climb literally forever. I don't know how though. I don't really understand how her gun moves work. What's up, God Halo? How you doing, dude? Right bumper, forward, left stick, lock on. But I do that, sometimes she just shoots. Back to forward, backwards. There we go. Getting the timing down a little bit. She also has just charges on her punches. You like let go at the right time. Does extra damage. No, go in front of me. I'm charging an attack, please. Nope. I have literally no idea how to play this character. Pretty epic. Her sword slashes are so slow. They're so slow. How did that both hit me and knock me away? Like, how did I hit it and it hit me? Like, what? Like right there, I was holding lock on forward and shoot, but it... Do I have to hold the button? I don't know. Appreciate you, Murasama. Glad you enjoy, man. Enjoy your lurk, Faustian. Appreciate you, dude. Still waiting for that Lady Trish game they teased in DMC5. Did they tease it or did you hallucinate it? I'm pretty sure you hallucinated that. I feel like I don't know how to raise the sound meters, sir. Their DT, she just put sunglasses on? Yeah, this is pretty base, to be honest. That's pretty sick. I always thought that her, like, electricity was cool. Like, as she got, like, Tekken moves and shit. And, like, the lightning electricity on her DT is so cool. Trish or Pikachu, who you got in a fight? Probably Pikachu, bro. Let's be real. Trish would have got wrecked by that boulder in DMC1. She really would be a perfect Tekken character. She already looks like a Tekken character. B rank. Look, man, I'm new. I don't know what to do. She's got the effects on her punches and kicks already. Hey, look, Dante got a Mii fighter. All right, good enough. I can't believe that Trish's particle effects actually make my PC have frame drops with my fucking 4080. Well optimized port, by the way. Jesus. Laser goes crazy. Excuse me, sir. Come here. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. What's up, Poison? How you doing, dude? Well, Getting the hang of it. I think that's Sparta's eye. Like the eye on Sparta in the top left. I think that's what that is. It's like, yeah, it's a timer. Excuse me, for round trip ending. Didn't OG RE4 or OG RE4, OG DMC4 allow for big frame rates? Yeah, the original DMC4 for PC is probably the most optimized game of all time. You could have the craziest like bootleg Russian computer from like the pre-Soviet Russia era, and it would still run at 60 FPS. The special edition does not run nearly as well, but the OG, like actual Black Magic port, I don't know how they did it. Like that shit will run on anything at a smooth 60 FPS. I kind of don't like the inputs for guns. I don't understand the Pandora stuff. It's like you have to hold it. Everyone getting vaporized, even the PC, bro. The whole thing, the whole 9 yards, just eviscerated. No wonder the Switch can't have DMC4. Yeah, it's because the port sucks. But dude, the original one was so good. I was ready for that. Holy frame drops. Also, I feel like that did not nearly as much damage as it should have. That was sick. Why is that an instant triple S? I fire my laser beam. I wish the DMC5 had a playable Lady and Trish like this, but instead we got V. I mean, honestly, playable Lady and Trish are not even that fun. I could have done with just no V. You don't even need to add extra characters to make up for it. What's up, Franco? How you doing, dude? Although, not so bad. Like, they're alright, you know? They're fun for like a playthrough. Sab. Okay, improving. Improving. Last time it was a B rank. Improving. Chillin'. Bing chilling. I hear like John Cena. Respect. Why do people like V? Because he sucks. You like him? Sorry to hear that. Hope you recover. Oh! Oh my god, I almost got faulted. Stop it, saving up. How you doing, dude? Yo, Map Hams, thank you, man. Nothing at the moment. But like, I wouldn't be opposed to doing stuff like Lasso. Just nothing planned. What? Bro, it didn't even pop up. Did you see that? There was like no warning. Like normally there's an animation and everything. Like there was like no animation. I got fucking robbed. What's up, Alejandro? How you doing? What's up, Picasso? Howdy. I actually got fucking robbed. Sir, can you please come down from there? Thank you. Bro, I actually got fucking robbed by that fault. I cannot believe he grabbed me. The laser's insane, bro. Actually ludicrous. Ouch. Got fire in my laser beam. For my orbs. There you are. Oh, I rolled. Well, I got rolled. Wow, that killed the other guy too? That's insane. Her attacks simultaneously do more damage and less damage than you think they would. It's weird. You see the enemy on like 1 HP and you're like, oh, he'll die in like a couple of hits. And then he just fucking tanks it forever. Then you do something like the laser and the enemy dies from 1 HP. Like from full HP, I mean. That frame drop, I thought I got eaten. How does she feel? She's alright. She definitely is built for crowd control. Like it feels like Lady and Trish are both just built to be played on LDK, which makes sense. I mean, that's just how it is. Devil May Cry Ultimate Collection, including every game from 1 to 5. Dude, if they did that, they'd somehow find a way to make every single port worse somehow. That's the classic Capcom maneuver. They make it run worse for every game. They had like DRM so you couldn't mod it or some shit. Sab, once again. I'm poor. I'm poor. She's draining the power from my computer to do her moves. Real, actually, I'm pretty sure. Ouch. Somebody tomorrow. I jumped. Oh, we're good. Cool Dante costume, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, dude. My girlfriend got it for me for Christmas. She's the goat. Watching from work. Hope work's going well. Break Shit by Limp Bizkit plays in the background. Trish is so powerful, she's bodying a 4080 from within the game verse. All the way back in fucking like 2014, or was it 2018 this came out? No, 2014, right? Dude, what in the frame drops? She has so much wind up on her attacks. When did the special edition come out? 2014? $2015? Okay, I was close. Power Skiller's about to tag Trish as outer reversal. She's so strong. She's becoming real. Your waifu come to life. Waifu come to lifeu, if you will. Oh, there's something I wanted to mention, my conspiracy theory. When Nero asks Dante at the end of the game if he'll see him again, he just responds with this, right? But 2 fingers, one finger, that's 11, right? And then it was 11 years between DMC4 and DMC5. Coincidence? I think not. But you didn't think about that, huh? It was all planned. Very long-term storytelling, exactly. Subtle foreshadowing. Probably don't need enemy stuff as Trish. I feel like it doesn't really do anything. How about a kiss from this? You could still get the vanilla DMC3 and DMC4 on like the Steam versions. They took them off of Steam, but you could still get them. You just don't buy them from Steam. You buy them from like a key selling site. I was sick. But you can just redeem the key for Steam. So they might be more expensive because of that, but they do still exist. One day they ever disappear, then we'll probably just pirate them. You're not getting away. Bum, bum. Am I a silly goose? I'm a silly goose. I am the silliest of geese. I did all that work to go press the button and then I didn't actually ride the right thing. Does distortion work as Trish? No, but you do get a little bit of an amplification for activating DT on certain attacks. It's not quite the same thing. Oopsies. Mostly you just get frame drops. Bro, will your armor go away or what? Holy shit, bro. Finally, fuck. And will not die. There we go. Good lord. Bro's invincible. He does not give a singular fuck about anything that Trish is doing. We're on that like 4 times not very effective in Pokemon. No enterprising modder has done anything to solve Trish's frame drops in DMC4. Why would they? Who plays as Trish? Of all the things that you could do with modding, you're gonna make it so that Trish doesn't drop frames. So what, like 2 people on the planet can benefit from that? That seems like a waste of dev time. Oh, my controller's doing that thing again where it's unplugging. That's the only hit you're gonna get on me, Frog. Yeah, maybe that one too. Lol. Time spent with any DMC game other than 2 is never time wasted. Nah, time spent playing as Trish is time wasted. Time playing DMC2 is not wasted. Where's the HP bar? Oops, all gone. Oopsies. Oh my god, I could buy a move. Huge. What do I have left? Get more orbs? Is that it? I think so. No, see, you misunderstand, Franco. I hit start streaming today, so my opinion is objectively correct. It's just how it works. I don't make the rules, I'm sorry. Streamer is right. Better DMC2 Trish or DMC4 Trish? I've never played as DMC2 Trish. I know that you can, theoretically, but like, I just never have. I don't know how. I mean, like, I kind of know how, but I don't really know how. I know how in theory, but I have not internalized the information. I've never actually done it myself. Also never seen anyone do it, so it makes me believe it's not real. Holy frame drops. Ooh, baby, the triple. DMC2 Trish plays like DMC1 Dante. Yeah, I know that. But like, I don't know. Are these the same people that say the Wii U is a real console that exists? I don't know. Like, I don't trust it. Like, have you ever seen a Wii U in real life? I don't fucking think so. It's like a baby pigeon. The birds are actually cameras. There's no such thing as a baby pigeon. That's why you've never seen one. You like the Wii U controller? Quit. Get out of here, Fed. There's no such thing. What's up, Strife? How you doing, dude? Yeah, RE4 is peak on the Wii, but the Wii U is not a thing. It's not real. No one has ever owned one. And you can't convince me otherwise. Anyone who thinks the Wii U is real is a Fed. Or a sheep. I know it sounds impossible, but I held one in my hands because a homie owned one. Damn, dude, I can't believe you're a Fed. I thought we were cool, Franco. I was been a fucking cop the whole time. It'd be your own chat sometimes. I'm getting the hang of her a little bit. Once I actually know what her inputs are for her moves. What's up, sharpshooter? Thank you. What's up, Tim Cools? That'd be Virgil already? No, I haven't played as Virgil yet. Will it be after this Lady Trish playthrough? I think we'll do Virgil on Legendary Dark Knight. So Rose is an employed Nintendo officer. Please, sir, I've never pirated a ROM in my life. Let me and my family go. Fed posting.
Whoa.
No, I am not. On a
You
completely
are too
unrelated subject,
kind.
y'all should buy 2 Switch 2s each, as well as one of every existing amiibo. Yeah, that's Fed posting for sure. Yo, Raiden. Thanks for gifting the sub to Slayer, dude. I appreciate you. Huge. Much love, man. You're the emote Slayer. Thanks so much, Raiden. For the LDK, appreciate you, man. We do the LDK. Fire flower to your head, name 5 Nintendo games. Mario, 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 and Mario. Fucking nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Holy shit, this guy's good. I know, but actually, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario World, Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion, A Link to the Past. Is that only 4? Pokemon. Mario, A Link to the Past. I mean, that's easy. You could easily name 5 Mario games, or 5 Zelda games, or 5 Metroid games. I just got done with a pretty sick air guitar concert in the bathroom. I sang my little waifu song. It was cool. I did 13 encores. Bass. Ice Cream Social. Huge. Name 5 DMC games. Peak of Combat. DMC 2. DMC Reboot. DMC 5. That's it. That's all I got. Are there more than that? Onimusha Warlords. Is Peak of Combat a real game? No, it's a gacha game. It's a gambling simulator. DMC PGR collab. Yes, exactly. How could I forget that one? The most important DMC game. Oh yeah, also both the DMC anime. Both the Netflix one and the non-Netflix one. Please stun. No, Trish, you're missing.
As if.
The savior is coming!
That's what I think her voice line should be for her taunt there. Oh yeah, DMC4 for Apple iPhone. I missed that one. My bad. Chat, name 5 completely unrelated Capcom titles. Can you do it? Like, you can't use 2 games from the same franchise. Oh! Get fucking shit on. I'll squat the parry. Exoprimal's crazy. Mega Man, God Hand, Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Marvel vs. Capcom. They make a lot of games. This is mission 17, yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom invalidates half the Capcom roster because they're all related through character use. Nah, that doesn't, that's fine. You could use Marvel vs. Capcom as its own thing. Exoprimal's crazy though. That's a crazy thing to say. I almost did a sponsored stream for Exoprimal, but I asked for too much money. They said no. Smart move from them because it obviously would have been wasted budget. So that game literally instantly failed. Bro slipped past me. Oh, and he jumped into it because he's a fucking idiot. Bro. The lizards yearn for the lasers. Have I heard of Red Earth? No. I know of Lost Planet. Triple S rank poggers. No. Ouch. What's up, Solus? How you doing, dude? My thought on Sanctus as a final boss. I like Sanctus. I don't mind him. I think he's kind of fun. Like a fighting game, but with RPG elements. Pretty sick. You lost me at RPG elements. I fucking hate RPGs. I hate RPG elements. I'm not about it. I like when I get to play the video game and the video game doesn't get played for me. I like when I get better, not when the game player, like the character gets better. If I wanted to watch a character get better, I'd just watch a movie, bro. I want to be the one that gets better. God, her taunts have so much commitment on them. Also, like, none of her moves are jump cancelable. I just got my ass beat. Got my ass beat, bro. It's like my frame's getting their ass beat right now too. Good lord. Dude, that he's getting dude, Agnes getting destroyed right there. That was a good sound effect. He's like he said oh man. Did they ever explain this canonically? Like, how are all 5 of them doing the exact same missions and cutscenes at the same time? Oh, well, they're not. It's just like, just a gameplay thing purely. There's no lore. It's just you're just doing things for funsies. It's not like all of them are canon. It's just like the Nero Dante one's canon. This is just like extra content. What's up, Godzilla? How you doing, dude? Bro's getting his ass. He's getting worked, bro. Good lord. I don't have enough DT to do it again. Sir, please fall over. Thank you. Good lord. This boss looks cool as fuck. Yeah, he's pretty cool aesthetically. He's not super fun to fight, but he's also not the end of the world. It's one of those things where, like, if you know how to fight it, then actually it could be pretty fun. But if you have no idea what's going on, then it could be, like, mad annoying. What am I missing? Nothing, I don't think. I don't think I'm missing anything. I got his back. Got both his arms. Oh, I'm missing his headpiece. There's a time limit for breaking the gems. There's a time limit for how long he stays stunned once you knock him down. But you can stun him as many times as you need. Beam hitbox weird, I guess. I don't know. Oh, that missed. That's unfortunate. Rip bozo. There we go. That's pretty good. Goodbye. It's really unintuitive of letting you know how the fights are going. Yeah, mostly, like, honestly, if it just started with the health bar phase, it wouldn't be so bad. Yoo-hoo! We're back to playing as Lady. Shotgun time. I hit it with a random move. Never punished. Never punished. But he's pretty OP. She's easily the strongest character in the game. It's actually stupid. It's like not fun. The shotgun is insane. Oh, I literally choked my shotgun charge. Oop. I think Trish is more fun than Lady, personally. But Lady is definitely stronger.
Time to go to work.
Are you shooting holy water? It's just the shotgun, bro. Charge shot. Yeah, Stefano. We're most of the way done, honestly. After this, we're gonna do Virgil for DMC4, and then we're on to DMC5 and reboot. Lol. Hit him with the gat. Which came first, 5 or reboot? Reboot. There's a perfect emote for this chat. The gat. Witness the power of tying your shoes. Lady is stronger than Virgil, which is why he doesn't fight her. Real. Lady canonically strongest character, rather, not enemy. I just tried to exceed. I'm desperate for a mechanic, chat. I'm like, I need something. I'm getting bored of holding charge shot. Sad they removed Virgil's fedora. It's okay. I'm playing on PC, so we'll play the original version of Reboot. So Virgil will have his fedora. It cannot be taken from us.
Hell yeah, thanks for the support.
Yo, what's up, Tony?
WW1 Big Weebs for
Thank you for the 10 months, man.
Damn,
Appreciate you.
Today, I see.
Yes, sir. Look at me and be like, damn, he wearing that. Ah, fuck yeah, I am. Got that shit on. Where you going, bro? Bro said. Oh! Nice shield, bro. How's that working out for you? Fucking goofy ass boss. What's up, Mo? Thank you, my friend. Yeah, spamming shotgun, triple S. And then wonder where DMC5 gets his spark. So much more fun if you use the pistols, but they suck, so not optimal. Are you supposed to kill 100 enemies in this end sequence? Because crowd control is not Lady's specialty. I got like 21. 20? Damn, I barely made it then. You gonna run the Doom DLC when it comes out? It depends when it comes out.
We were just getting to the best part.
I didn't know you were into that kind of thing.
So, are we getting paid for this?
Don't worry. I'll pay you when we get back.
All right. Then let's blow this joint.
Well, at least someone knows how to get the girl.
Yeah. Hey.
It depends when it comes out, because like CE remake comes out this year too. That's a bigger priority. How is Lady so much more financially successful than Dante? What's her secret? She doesn't intentionally exacerbate the powers of the enemy and destroy things in collateral in the meantime. She doesn't like intentionally give the enemies powerful attacks and upgrades. Well, GG, that's Lady and Trish. Lady and Trish is alright. They're fun, kinda. It's like definitely a one playthrough and done kind of thing. They're way more shallow than Dante or Nero, but still enjoyable. I had a good time with it.